Hello, room 230. Are you ready to do some math? I am. Today we're going to be thinking about how I can use what I know about hundreds, tens, and ones to add and subtract large numbers. But before we get into adding and subtracting, I want to do a quick warm-up, doing a quick image. I'm going to be using my place value magnets. Do you remember these? This one is a 1. And this one is a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to put these on my board and I'm going to let you see them for about 3 seconds. And you're going to think to yourself, what did I just see and how much is that? Okay. So let me get set up. Okay, are you ready? Here is your first one. What did you see? Want to see it again? Okay, here you go. All right. Whisper to someone next to you, how much did you just see? If you whispered 22, then you are right. We have 2 10s, 10, 20, and 2 1s. 20 plus 2 is 22. All right. Don't worry, that was a warm-up. I'll give you a slightly harder one. All right, are you ready? Here comes the next one. What did you see? Want to see it again? All right, here you go. Think about what you saw. How many 10s did you see? How many 1s? And what do you think that is? Whisper it to somebody next to you. Did you say 52? If you did, then you were right. Here I see 3 10s, and here I see 2 more 10s. And you might think to yourself, 3 10s plus 2 10s is 50. So here we have 50 plus 2 1s. 50 plus 2 is 52. All right. Now let's see what we're going to have next. All right, are you ready? This one has a surprise. Ready, set, go. What did you see? Did you see a new one on there? Yeah, what was it? Okay, one more look, here you go. What'd you see? Here we have a 100, 2 10s, and 2 1s. So this number is 122. Very good. Okay, now that we've got our brains warmed up, let's think about some big numbers. Do you remember this book? I was looking at it again just recently. It was talking about all the different things that you could make 1,000. Like, what would it look like if 1,000 people were lined up waiting to get into a hockey arena? The line would stretch on and on and on. That made me think of when we made 1,000 Unifix cubes. We took the paper Unifix cubes and we stretched them all the way down the hall. Do you remember that? And it went really far. Were we surprised how far it went? We were. So then I got thinking, wow, 1,000 is so big. I wonder what would 1,000 paper clips be like? And so I started linking together paper clips. How far do you think 1,000 paper clips would go? If you think back to our hallway at school, do you think 1,000 paper clips would go farther than the 1,000 Unifix cubes, or do you think it would be shorter than the 1,000 Unifix cubes? Why do you think that? I'm thinking one paper clip is about the same width as a Unifix cube. They're pretty close. So I think maybe 1,000 paper clips might be the same as 1,000 Unifix cubes. So I started linking together paper clips. I don't have any Unifix cubes here. I just had paper clips. I thought, well, let's just see. And my paper clip chain keeps breaking. So I just have a section of it here. I'm going to show you this, and I want you to help me think about the numbers. that this paper clip chain is. So let me get my camera set up so that you can see what I'm working on the table. Whoop. All right, can you see that? All right, good. All right, so this is my section of paper clips that broke. I had a whole bunch more. I haven't gotten to 1,000 yet. I think it's gonna take me a really long time. But I wanted to keep track. So every 100 paper clips, I put a tag on it to say, this is paper clip number 100. So this, and then I also was putting them in dark green sections of 5 and then light green sections of 5. So you can see I have 5 light green ones here, but I only have 4 dark green ones because it broke. But this one right here that has the silver paper clip on it, this was number 100. So some went that way and some were keeping going this way and it broke. And this is the middle section of what broke. So if this is paper clip, well, wait a minute, actually, let's just think about this a little bit more. How many paper clips do I have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What else do you notice about these paper clips? Yeah, they're dark green and they're light green. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dark green, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light green. And the last dark green one right here is paper clip number 100. So I wonder which paper clip is number 98. If this one is 100, which one is 98? Which way would we go? Would we go this way or would we go this way, backwards? If you're saying, Miss Dietz, 98 is smaller than 100, so we're gonna go backwards, then you are right. So can we count backwards? 100, 99, 98. And so that means that this paper clip right here is number 98. Nice. All right, so which paper clip is number 103? Are we going to go backwards or are we going to go forwards? And you're saying, well, 103 is bigger than 100, so we're going to go forwards. And we just need to go 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And here we have number 103. So 100, 101, 102, 103. What is this one? You're right. You can think of it 2 ways. You can think, well, I know this is a section of 5, so I know this one must be 105. Or you can think, I see it's 2 more past 103, so 2 more is 5, so that makes it 105. All right, nice work. What I want you to do today for your math work is I want you to, you got your Bridges math workbook in the mail. If you haven't gotten it, will you have your parent email me or text me to let me know? And today I want you to work on pages 74 and 75. Pages 74 and 75. And on this are a bunch of pictures of sections of paperclip chains that have been broken. And I want you to read the directions and then fill in the empty card, just like we did with ours. So let's do the first one together. Oh no, our chain of paper clips broke. This is all we have left. Write the number on the blank card to show which clip is marked. So here we have a section of paper clips, and we can see there's some dark colored ones and some light colored ones in sections of 5, just like mine was. And this one right here is 90. So what is this one? Well, we could count up, or we could think, well, I know this is 5 and it's 1 behind 5. So what is it then? Let's see. We could, it's almost like a number line, isn't it? We could go 91, 92, 93, 94. Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, and it's 94. So this is paper clip number 94. Or maybe you thought to yourself, I know this one is 90, I know this is a section of 95, so that makes this 90, sorry. I know this is 90, I know this is a section of 5, so that makes this paperclip number 95, so that must be 94. You can think of it both ways, whichever one makes most sense to you. Here we have another section. This one's a little bit longer of paper clips. Here is another part of the chain. Write the numbers on the blank cards to show which clips are marked. Okay, here we have number 200. This one right here is number 200. So, and then we have how many more? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what number is this one? And here we're going to go backwards, and we're going to have to figure out what number is this one. And then you're going to do it, oh no, actually there's a little bit, something's a little bit different here. There's a missing paperclip. Imagine if you found it and stuck it in here. What number would that be? And they've got a couple of them already marked, and you've got to figure out what this one is. Same here, figure out what this one is. Use this chain to answer the question below. So here is a chain, a broken chain, just part of one. Numbers 94 and all the way up to number 103, and then we have all of these here in the middle. If you added 10 more clips to the end of the chain marked 103, what number would you use to label the paper clip? This is where our adding and subtracting big numbers comes in, because you can think about what you know about place value. If you have the number 103, I'm going to draw it. Remember our magnets? I'm just going to draw them. 100, and then 100, 1, 102, 103. So here's our number 103. And if you wanted to add 10 more, I'm going to draw a 10 stick in. How much do you have now? 100 plus 10 plus 3. 100 plus 10 plus 3 is the same thing as 113. So you can think to yourself, well, I know that if I added on a 10 to 103, that would make 113. If you went backwards 10 clips, what number would you have? So now if we're thinking going backwards 10, what's 94 take away 10? And where would you be back here? And then you're going to continue on to this page. Fill in the blank box at the end of this chain to show which clip is marked. Then use the chain to answer the questions below. So this is a two-parter. First, you got to figure out what this is. So you're going to see, okay, this is 727, and you're going to use what you know to figure out what number this one is. And now it's going to ask you a question. If you added 100 more clips to the end of the chain to this number, what number would you use to label the paper clip? So in other words, find out what this number is and then tell me what is 100 more going to be. So you're going to use what you know about 100s, 10s, and 1s to add big numbers. If you went backwards 100 clips from the end of the chain marked 727, what number would you use to label the paper clip? So now we're going to go backwards 100. So you're going to use what you know about hundreds, 10s, and 1s to change 727 into what is it that going to be minus 100. And then there is a challenge problem. I want everyone to try the challenge problem. The kids are trying to put all the pieces back together to make a chain of 1,000 paper clips. They added another section of 225 clips to the chain below. Did they reach 1,000? If not, how many more clips would they need to get to 1,000? Show all of your work. And they gave you plenty of space here to show your work. So 2 pages that I want you to do, and I am not going to be able to come and look at your workbook. So how are you going to show me that you got this done? Good question. Well,